So let us get to the essential messages and contemplations for all 12 signs for Jupiter in Cancer transit of the year 2026. Gar Ram Ram Jai Siya Ram Bol Bam. अब सत्संग के एंड में लेट अस डू समथिंग वेरी वेरी स्पेशल. हर चंद्र राशि के लिए एक महाभारत कार्ड, एक पावरफुल इवेंट, एक प्रैक्टिकल लर्निंग और एक सीधा जीवन संदेश. बिकॉज prediction alone is entertainment, but prediction with learning becomes transformation. तो आइए देखें जुपिटर ट्रांजिट इन कैंसर 2026 के दौरान आपकी जो चंद्र राशि है उसमें महाभारत क्या सिखा रहा है. What is that? No, now you are again asking me to take a detour. But maybe that is what is destined. महाभारत में I think so. What is the 9/12 way? Quite simply, I think so. Sitaram. The single common element, Jai Siya Ram, for all 12 signs from the Mahabharata is Sanshay Atma Vinashti. Na bhuto na bhavishyati, Sanshay Atma Vinashti. You were asking me, sometimes I write in my stories, Sanatan Sanskar is equal to Sarkar. Sarkar means the ruler. Sanatan means eternal. And Sanskar means quite simply, the tradition one follows. Let me be very brief. The word sanskar comes from the word sangokari, which means keep company of good. My work is that of exactitude. जैसी संगत वैसी रंगत, जिसके साथ बैठोगे वैसे ही बन जाओगे. सनातन, ना भूतो ना भविष्यति, ना पहले था ना आगे होगा. संशय आत्मा विनश्यति, the person who doubts will get destroyed. That is the specificity. ऐसा होता है ना कि जब when we are talking in multiple languages here because of Bolbam, all this happens. But that being said, the way of the Sanatan is not what is generally interpreted. Sanatan means what is eternal. Na bhuto na bhavishyati, sanshaya atma vinashyati. The person who doubts has but one outcome: that person will be destroyed. Now, whether it is the holy book, the Quran, the Bible, the sutras of Buddha, the Vedas, or any particular philosophy worth considering, including codified law, the Sanatan is, all of them have the same saying, Sanshaya Atma Vinashti. The person who doubts will get destroyed. And they say in different words, parables, stories, but the way of Sanatan is exactitude, which is just two words. The way of the Sanatan is Sanshayatma Vinashyati. No explanation, no nothing. The whole Mahabharata happened because of doubt. The whole Ramayana happened because of doubt. And their teachings are not different. Our selective self-interpretation is different. So, quite simply, we say, खोपड़ी से निकले महाभारत का चक्कर, खोपड़ी से निकले महाभारत का चक्कर, गुरु आशीर्वाद से मिले दही शक्कर. चॉइस क्या है? चॉइस क्या है बाबू? चॉइस ये है. चॉइस का मतलब क्या होता है? देखिए, वी आर नॉट गोइंग इनटू फिलॉसफी, राइट? वी नो, आई विल से व्हाट इज चॉइस. आपको मुझसे काम है तो आप मेरे साथ अच्छे रहें. मुझे आपसे काम है तो मैं आपसे अच्छा रहूं. दोनों को एक दूसरे से काम है तो हम दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ अच्छा रहें. दैट इज व्हाट इज चॉइस. अरे वाह मेरे वैशाख नंदन, अरे 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 अरे, बड़ा ही आनंदमय शब्द है. नहीं, ये धूम्रकर्ण का भी नेक्स्ट लेवल है. खच्चर और कचरा, खचरा और कचरा. देखिए, इसीलिए क्या है, लैंग्वेज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है. जो जितना आपने दुनिया देखी है उससे जीवन नहीं चलता. खच्चर इज डिफरेंट लेवल. खच्चर इज म्यूल. खच्चर इज द क्रॉस बिटवीन a male donkey and a female horse. Now, because of the sensitivity, I have to call the female horse, the mare, into a female horse, because we don't know how people get ticked off or whether they are able to understand or not. बट बेटा ऐसा है ना कि घोड़े को गधा बनने के लिए, घोड़े को गधा बनने के लिए दिशा और निर्देश की आवश्यकता होती है. अब वो तो आसानी से मिलता नहीं है, तो घोड़ा घोड़ा ही रहना चाहिए. इतना ही आपने सीख लिया तो बहुत है. घोड़े को घोड़ा ही रहने दो. वो कहां महान वैशाख नंदन बनना चाहता है. तो घोड़ा जो है सरकार, घोड़े को घोड़ा ही रहने दो, तो जीवन में आनंद ही आनंद है. घोड़े को दिशा और निर्देश सिखाने से बेहतर है उसको वैशाख नंदन बनाने से बेहतर है. वो तो पहुंच ही नहीं सकता. खच्चर, खचरा इज अ डिफरेंट लेवल ऑफ एवोल्यूशन. if you don't get what fooled, By its cute face, it is the most hardy and the most sturdy animal. I think so. तो खचरा इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम कचरा. तो 9 by 12 का जो तरीका है बेटा वो ये है कि क्वाइट सिंपली देर आर 9 planets. Then there are the three principal divinities Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. But the Mahabharata has 18 chapters. 18 चैप्टर है महाभारत में. तो अब ये 9 by 12 कैसे आ गया? तो 1 और 8 क्या होता है? सीताराम बोल. 1 और 8 क्या होता है? हाँ, ये ये तो 1 और 8 9 भी हो सकता है, 1 और 8 18 भी हो सकता है. So we got two divergent answers from this small group. That is why the communication is very important. That is why you have to respect Chinese whispers and follow the instruction. But the 9 by 12 way is very different. The 9 by 12 way is very very different. तो पहले महाभारत में 18 चैप्टर हो गए, तो 9 तो वो ग्रह हो गए, 3 ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश हो गए. तो ये 18 आया कहां से आ गया ये 18? तो मुझे फर्स्ट आई मस्ट टेल यू दैट in your entire lifespan on this planet Earth, you will get either 9 or 12 teachers or gurus. Whether your experience with them has been good or bad is entirely your selective interpretation. So, for example, Jai Shri Ram, your first karma is your mother. So the people who are having these mother-like issues, from mother issues, माँ से बन रही है, नहीं बन रही है, and then if you go to my post that how to make anybody into a patient very fast, is to add the word complex, God complex. He is suffering from a God complex. So that is the other thing. So I remember the exactitude, regardless of your good or bad experience as of today. What you think of is entirely your independent choice. But bol bum, bol bum, bol bum, come, is independent. But let me tell you about the exactitude. So, in my school, and it is quite surprising that we had a teacher, and I have never ever seen him caning somebody or being very violent or fearsome. In fact, he was quite of a very genteel disposition. Um, I am not saying that because of privacy. नहीं नहीं, नाम नहीं, आपको म्यूट कर देंगे हम. We are not saying this about the privacy. I am talking about the communication and exactitude. I don't know what my classmates or my seniors or my juniors or my contemporaries in school took from him. But what I took from him was a very, very powerful lesson in life, which is exactitude, because he was teaching 2 languages. Now, that itself means if a person is teaching 2 languages, if a person has been made responsible for so many students for teaching 2 languages, which two, I am not going there. That is also privacy, and I will come to that. Which 2 languages? No. So the thing is, so I stand up and I say, sir, may I please go to toilet? And he will do. So after doing my job, when I come in, this is the way you do in the middle part of the school. So you put your hand like that. That is a tradition. And then you say, sir, please, may I come in? So then he used to look, as he was teaching, he suddenly used to look at the door. And then he used to say, कहाँ गए थे, क्यों गए थे, कैसे गए थे, किससे पूछकर गए थे, कब गए थे. Now the biggest mistake you can do is you can say, sir, आपसे ही पूछ कर गया था, I took permission from you and went. So you are a gone case. But the smarter people would say, sir, आगे से नहीं करेंगे. I will not do it in the future. I will not go into the translation and this one. So you use your imagination. So the smarter people learned that the best way is to say, "Sir, आगे से नहीं करेंगे." तो his reply used to be, तो क्या पीछे से करोगे? You have to understand that. But as far as privacy is concerned, let me say this, that you know, the biggest privacy is to respect the space between your ears. That is the real private space. Now if you are allowing something to enter into your personal sacred space, that is why the head is a sacred space. That is why this area of the head does not close for 9 months. It is the last thing to fuse. And the only photosensitive thing which you are totally destroying, which is actually the Amrita nectar of life, is the pineal gland here, uh, which gives, which secretes growth hormone, and it is the third eye. But the thing is, it is only photosensitive thing, and how you get destroyed and totally, I mean, like that, is by the first thing is tapping on your mobile device, and there it goes, all the repair that has happened, the wonderful thing the pineal gland had to do, which is increase anabolism in your body, repair your, you repair the uh, stress, make you forever young and forever new. So that has gone. So that is privacy. The another example of privacy is that whatever you are doing should not disturb others. Barring that, what you think about privacy, I don't know. There is a lot of difference between privacy and gossip. And then the weakness of the language is people will justify by saying it, oh, it is some harmless banter, कुछ ऐसे ही मजे की बातें. It is not मजे की बातें. The word is powerful. The word was there before the world, and the word is so powerful. So when we come to the language, we say एक plus आठ. अब मैं बोलूंगा एक जोड़ आठ तो हो गया नौ. एक गुणा आठ तो रह गया आठ. एक और आठ सात तो बन गया 18. तो इट डिपेंड्स वेयर यू आर एट, व्हाट यू वांट, एंड वेयर यू आर गोइंग. बोलबाम, वेलकम. यस. So this is a very wonderful thing about the 9 by 12 way. So the 9 by 12 way is not like, if you go to Nietzsche, Nietzsche will say, nobody is indispensable. If you go to certain thoughts of Stoicism or great thinkers like Dionysus, so it it becomes everybody can be replaced. That is not the Guruji Shrii Arnav 9 by 12 way. The Guruji Shrii Arnav 9 by 12 way is the way of elegance, understanding the body biochemistry, current conditions, what a person is going through, the genetic material, level of comprehension right now, and slowly making the shift, because change is complex. Like I started the evening, the night, morning, whatever it is, by saying that this Jupiter is moving at a very high speed. So the moment the person gets that gist, then half of the work is already done. Now that being said, about this particular thing, for example, the gentleman to your left, तिवारी जी आपके बाएं जो बैठे हैं ये, दिस जेंटलमैन इज एम्बेसडर एंड एम्बेसडर ऑफ, फिर यार वही, he is an ambassador of a country. Now he has to behave in a particular way, he has to dress in a particular way, and my level of privacy is such that I have to ensure that the role he is playing for his country or his responsibility or his professional front is honored. So I will not show him into the satsang, because यहाँ पे भीड़ थोड़ी इकट्ठा करना है, भीड़ इकट्ठा करके हम लोग क्या करेंगे अभी यहाँ. So absolutely, that is privacy. When you leave a person where they are. So the Guruji Shrii Arnav's way is how to stay relevant. So संचय आत्मा विनश्यति, तो गुरुजी के लिए अंग्रेजी में अगर बोलना पड़ा तो मैं कहता यार, हाउ टू स्टे रेलेवेंट. That means in any conditions, in any circumstances, there are no questions left. You have to stay relevant, and that itself is adaptability and change. What will happen is, if the only thing that you need to do, my friends, Jai Sitaram, aaja jao, ahuja, saluja ji, saluja, aaja aaja. No, the thing I am saying over here is, whatever is available is adequate. Continuing that discussion, only you are enough. I mean, if you get that feeling, only I am enough, it will be very difficult for your brain to understand, because the cycle of karma is, I am not going there. The Guruji Shrii Arnav way is, whatever is available is adequate. Cut down the friction continuously. Practice. That doesn't happen in one day. But if you have reached a space where you say, yeah, this does not work for me, you have to say, simply walk away. हाँ, तो वो तो बहुत ही जोरदार. So, I've been for last 3.5, 4 years, I've been hearing about a great spiritually realized soul, something equivalent to a saint. No, no, it's not in India. So I have heard different things like uh, just staying in the vicinity of this great human being brings about a lot of wish fulfillment, and so many variants. Some people were calling him a saint, some people were calling him a realized master. So off and on I was hearing about this person who is a great person, and I really thought some of the people from whom I had heard that were really great people. So it just so happened that around 6 7 months back, I had an opportunity to visit that place. And what do I see? The bare necessities. So we have this wonderful gentleman, and he is lying on a cot without any mattress or anything, and he is looking into a blank space, and sometimes he closes his eyes, and his attire is bare minimum, I mean, covering the crown jewels, the only thing that is capable of, that makes him near to god, that is creating. So he's wearing a loin cloth like a thing that just covers the censored area as per you, but that is the area from where the engine of creation runs, that is the area from where you become god. So he has that wonderful things, and sometimes he closes the eyes. So I went there, and some people were sitting on the ground, different color, shapes, sizes, and everybody. Um, and I looked at that wonderful man, and from far. So I was just observing that. I was standing under a tree, and I was observing that. And the person who had taken me there or accompanied me there, I had told him that you go and take the darshan of, be in the spiritual aura of this person, so that he does not feel that. And then I walked towards the gentleman, and I was watching that most of the people who were coming were uh, touching his both the feet, and then they will come and sit. And this man said nothing, not a single word. So he stares into the blank world and stares blankly into the space. And sometimes, you know, he closes the eyes. But for 30, 40 minutes, he didn't say anything. And I realized that he will not say anything. So, keeping that tradition, the parampara, I went near him and I was about to touch his feet. And he did like this. And he stood up, he smiled at me, and he did something like this gesture. And I said, like this, right? So he hugged me, or I hugged him. A hug that lasted for around 40 or 50 seconds. And I did namaskar. And I came back. On the way back in the car, this gentleman asked me about, what do you think about this saint? I said that he is a great man. Yes, yes, I know. You know, so many miracles he does. Why do you think he is so great? So I told him that, see, the he has performed so many miracles and all that, and that is just perfectly fine with me. Why I think he is so great is that there are so many people coming in of different nationalities. They are paying him respect, and then they take the seat, and then they are on their mobile devices while he is staring in space. So actually, he has reached the state of Turium, and people are still getting what they feel they are getting. I said, he has to be totally realized. So that is the power. Who am I? I can be what you want at the right fill in the blanks. So no, obviously, I have a particular identity. I belong to a particular religion. I mean, officially, I was at a particular age. But who am I? I am saying to you, I can be what you want at the fill in the blanks. सीताराम. नहीं, महाभारत के, if you see, if you understand the Jupiter's speed, if you understand the prediction, if you hum along, if you contemplate on your card in times of doubt or lack of decision making, even if you get 1% of it, you are going to have the best next 18 months of your life, regardless of war, conflict, transit, kuch bhi ho jaye. And if you get 2%, let me tell you, you are going to have the brilliant next 18 years of life. श्योर, लिख के ले ले भाई, तू लिख के ले ले। 18 years। तू बच्चा है, नाम बोल बच्चा, तो हम बोल रहे हैं, तो गुरुजी बोल रहा है ना, 18, for 18 years you will have the best thing, and the person who has the thing to go through the whole thing. Now let me tell you that time is of essence. Whatever sign I will speak, if it belongs to you, you have heard it, please stand up quietly and go to your home or wherever you go to sleep. Try not to meet anybody in between. Don't ask any questions. Don't make any of these gestures. Just leave. And don't let your mind, monkey mind rather, think about, I will, let me hear the prediction for the my lover, my sister, my uncle. All that you will get it. You first hear yourself and go to sleep and let your pineal gland do the job. क्या कह रहा है? नहीं तो 9/12 का तरीका ये हो गया ना, 9 ग्रह विशेष, उसके ऊपर दिशा गति निर्देश। 9 ग्रह विशेष, उसके ऊपर दिशा गति निर्देश। फिर त्रिदेव आशीर्वाद, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश। फिर भी मानव रहे, फिर भी मानव रहे। चक्रव्यूह चक्री जब अवतरित हो धुरंधर वक्री राकेश। कौन है ये राकेश? वक्री राहु केतु शनेश। लेकिन जब आ गया हो प्रलय का संदेश, तो पुकारो परमेश्वरी गुरु गणेश। यही 18 हो गए बाबू। गुरु गोविंद दोनों खड़े, गुरु गोविंद दोनों खड़े, काके लागू पाए। धन्य हो गोविंद, जो गुरु दियो बताए। तो आप मेरे गुरु हैं, सुनिए। जय सिया राम। अखंड मंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं यत् पूजितं मया देव तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ना भूतो ना भविष्यति, अलग ग्रंथ है। संशय आत्मा विनश्यति, अल्टीमेट ग्रंथ है। तो आपको मैं बहुत बहुत आशीर्वाद करता हूं। अब मैं कोई बीच में बात नहीं करूंगा, कोई भी प्रश्न नहीं करूंगा, एंड वी विल स्ट्रेट अवे गो इनटू द 12 साइंस। गॉड ब्लेस यू। जय सिया राम। हाँ बोल, आओ 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 आओ, और सुनते ही जाओ। बोल बम भाई, बोल बम, बोल बम।